you're nothing. Then you're everything. 1 second, you're molten gold screaming in a crucible. The next, you're slammed between iron dies. A hammer crashes down. Your face is stamped with Caesar's profile. Congratulations. Your currency. You're a denarius, fresh from the mint in 27 BC, and you're about to see some shit. The mint worker tosses you into a wooden chest. You land on a pile of your brothers. They're still warm, still shiny, still stupid enough to think they matter. Spoiler, you don't. You're worth a soldier's daily wage, a loaf of bread, a night with a woman who doesn't ask your name. You're not special, you're interchangeable, but you're about to change hands more than a gladiator's sword. Rough fingers grab you, calloused, dirty, smelling like sweat and iron. You're in a legionary's palm. His name is Marcus. He's 19. He's never killed anyone yet. He counts you with the others. 12 denarii, his monthly pay. He kisses you. Actually kisses you. Whispers a prayer to Mars. Cute. You spend 3 weeks in his pouch. It smells like feet and fear. The other coins chatter nervously. You stay quiet. You're learning. Then the battle comes. Marcus pulls you out at dawn. He's shaking. He presses you to his lips one last time. Then he stuffs you back in the pouch and draws his sword. The screaming starts. Metal on metal, bones breaking, men dying. Marcus doesn't make it. A Germanic warrior splits his skull. You spill out of the pouch into the mud. Blood soaks through your surface. You're covered in it. Marcus's blood, his dreams, his prayers to Mars. All of it wasted. A boot steps on you. You sink into the dirt. The battle rages above. When it ends, you're still there. Buried. Forgotten. For 3 months. Rain washes you out. A hand picks you up. This one's different. Quick fingers, dirty nails. A thief named Lucius, who doesn't pray to anyone. He wipes you on his tunic. Sees Caesar's face. Grins. Jackpot. You're not war booty anymore. You're stolen goods. And Lucius knows exactly what to do with you. He spends you in a back alley tavern in Pompeii. On wine, on a woman, on forgetting. The tavern owner bites you to test if you're real. You are. He pockets you without a word. Now you're in a different chest. Darker. Fuller. Hundreds of coins rattling together. Silver, bronze, gold like you. The silver coins are snobs. They talk about purity. About how they're worth more. They're wrong. Gold is forever. Silver tarnishes. Bronze corrodes. Gold just persists. You learn this in the dark. Waiting. 3 days later, the chest opens. Sunlight blinds you. A merchant named Gaius lifts you out. He's fat, rich, smug. He counts you slowly, carefully, like you're special. You're not. You're inventory. Gaius puts you in a silk pouch, better than leather. He carries you across the empire. You see things. You see the roads, straight as arrows, paved with stone, built by slaves who die before they finish. You see the cities, marble temples, crowded forums, men arguing about philosophy while their wives run their businesses. You see the villas, gardens, fountains, slaves fanning their masters while they eat grapes and complain about the heat. You're funding all of it. Gaius spends you on silk from China, on spices from India, on glass from Egypt. You cross borders. You pay bribes. You grease palms. You're not just a coin anymore. You're the empire, every road, every war, every slave, every feast. You're there, silent, watching, judging. Gaius loses you in a dice game. 1 roll. That's it. You change hands to a slave named Darius. He doesn't own himself, but for 1 night, he owns you. He could spend you on freedom. He doesn't. He buys bread and a small knife. The bread is for his children. The knife is for his master. The next morning, Darius is dead. The rebellion fails before it starts. You're found in his cell, hidden under a loose stone. A guard picks you up, laughs. Stupid slave thought he could buy freedom with 1 coin. He's wrong. Darius wasn't buying freedom. He was buying dignity. But you don't say that. Coins don't speak. They just witness. The guard spends you on wine. The wine seller takes you to the temple of Jupiter. You're placed in an offering box. A wealthy matron drops you in. Prays for her son's safe return from Germania. You sit in darkness, surrounded by prayers, by hopes, by lies. The priests collect you once a month. They melt down the bronze and silver, but they keep the gold. Gold is sacred. Gold is eternal. You're stored in the temple vault, alongside treasures from 100 conquered nations. You meet a Greek drachma. He's older than you. He talks about Athens, about philosophy, about democracy. He's boring, but he knows things. He tells you the empire will fall, that nothing lasts, that Rome is already rotting from within. You don't believe him. Rome is eternal. Rome is power. Rome is... Wait, what's that sound?
Fire! The vault door splintering. The Visigoths, 410 AD. Rome is burning. The vault is broken. Treasures spill out. You're scooped up by a barbarian hand. This one's different. No prayers. No counting. No care. Your loot, pure and simple. The Visigoth warrior stuffs you in a bag with jewels and relics. You're jostled, banged, thrown. You travel north, away from the sun, away from marble, away from everything you knew. The empire is dying. You can feel it. The roads crumble. The city's empty. The coins get lighter. The gold gets mixed with cheaper metals. You're still pure, still gold, still worth something. But worth doesn't matter anymore.
300 years pass. You're in a monastery now. A monk finds you in a drawer. He's old, blind in one eye, hands that shake. He doesn't spend you, doesn't melt you. He studies you. He traces Caesar's face with trembling fingers, whispers in Latin that's almost forgotten. You were there, he says, when Rome was young. He puts you on a chain, wears you around his neck, says you're a relic, a piece of history. You're not currency anymore. You're a memory. The monk copies manuscripts by candlelight. You rest against his chest, feel his heartbeat, hear his prayers. He's copying the histories, the stories of the empire, the wars, the emperors, the glory. He's preserving it all. For who, you don't know. But he dies. Of course he does. And you're placed in a wooden box with his other treasures, a fragment of the true cross, a vial of holy water, and you, the coin that outlived an empire. Another 1,000 years. You're in the ground now, buried under a field in Italy. A farmer's plow hits the box, breaks it open. A teenager finds you. He's got a metal detector. He's looking for beer cans. Finds an empire instead. His hands shake when he sees you. He wipes you clean. Sees Caesar's face. Holy shit, he whispers. He takes you to a museum. The curator screams, actually screams, calls the university, calls the newspapers. You're on TV, in papers, online. Rare Roman denarius discovered, worth 50,000 euros. You're worth more than that, but they don't know how to price memory. You're sold at an auction. A Russian oligarch buys you. He puts you in a climate-controlled case in a vault in Geneva. You're alone now. No hands, no prayers, no wars, no empire, just you. And the silence. Sometimes late at night, the security guard looks at you. He sees Caesar's face, sees the wear from 1,000,000 hands. He doesn't know your story, but he feels it. You funded an empire. You paid for wars. You bought bread for slaves and silk for emperors. You witnessed the rise and the fall, and you're still here. Gold doesn't die. Gold doesn't forget. Gold just waits for the next hand, the next empire, the next dream, because that's what you are. Not a coin, not currency, not even gold. You're proof. Proof that we were here, that we built, that we destroyed, that we mattered, even if just for a moment, even if just to you.